What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, man. I hope y'all been taking care of y'allself, man. Hope everybody feeling good. Man, so look. I just been thinking about something, and I don't know if I ever came on here to talk about this shit. Right. But it's just something that I've been wondering, right? How is it possible that one day it could be like 70, 80 degrees, and then the next day it dropped down to like 30 within a couple of hours? Listen to what I just asked y'all. How is it possible for it to be 70, 80 degrees one day, and the very next day within a couple of hours it dropped right back down to like 30 degrees? Can anybody answer that for me? Like, is there anything natural about that? If it's anything natural about that, can you please drop that in the comments? Because I've been wondering, like, I've been thinking like that can't be nothing natural. I could see if it was, if it went from like 70 to maybe like 60, 63 or 4 or something like that. But we talking about a whole 40, 50 degrees within a couple of hours. Like, the motherfucker temperature way up here and it just dropped, right? I've been trying to tell people, man. We in some, man, the weather getting manipulated. Now, I heard of something called like HAARP or something like HAARP or some shit. I heard of that, and they said that could be the weather the weather technology, shit like that. But then a couple of years ago, I seen a video where I think it was somewhere. I don't want to say Kansas, or it was like some, cause I live on the East Coast. It was like somewhere over there by the West Coast, I think. But man, this motherfucker tow truck right here, man. I be trying to get these videos out, but every time I get to recording the video, it's just always some shit happening. But anyways, a couple of years ago, I seen a video where you see, like, right now, it ain't no clouds in the sky. Like, it ain't no clouds in the sky. Like, I'm about to show y'all. Like, y'all see? It ain't no clouds in the sky right there, right? It ain't nothing but the sun right there. Y'all see? It ain't no clouds in the sky, right? So I seen a video, and it was a dude that had a machine that produced clouds or something like that. Like, it sprayed, like, it was like some type of machine where it sprayed something in the sky to make clouds, right? And I be trying to tell people for the past couple of years that I went through my spiritual awakening. I've been telling people that I believe that weather is fake, right? Cause I remember when I went through my spiritual awakening, it was around like October, November, when the weather was it was like kind of cold then. Like, the weather, it wasn't, right now we in March and shit like that, so the weather kind of getting back warm and shit like that. The spring coming around, so the weather about to start getting warm again, right? But back then, I went through my spiritual awakening in like November, and the weather was kind of cold, and I was taking cold showers at the time, right? And so since I was taking cold showers at the time, anytime I would get in like cold weather, it was like my body was already used to the temperature, right? Like I said, I was living in the spirit than the flesh. Like, I made a couple of videos about the difference between living in the spirit and the flesh, right? And majority of the shit that I was experiencing were more spiritual than flesh. So I used to always tell people that I wasn't the flesh, and I was, I'm the spirit. Like, we in here. Like, this is just a avatar or a vessel that we use to experience, shit on a daily basis, right? Yeah, that was just some shit that I've been wondering, man. Like, I get the whole seasons thing. I get the whole seasons and shit like that. But I just don't get how in one day shit can go, like it can be a drastic change in temperature. Like I know it's different parts of the year and shit like that. It's seasons and stuff like that, right? But say if it's 30 degrees one day, like say if it's 30 degrees one day, and I can say I can understand a change in temperature throughout the span of a couple of days, but you're talking about in one day, like that shit don't make sense to me though. That shit does not make sense to me. And one day it's like 70, 80 degrees, and the very next day, ooh, motherfucker. And I just hit that bitch too. But anyways, in one day it drops by like 40, 50 degrees in one day within a couple of hours. Like that shit does not sound natural to me. But man, I've been hearing all about, they trying to lift the mask and the vaccine mandate, you know. The shit they more focused on the shit that's happening in the Ukraine. Now I don't even know if that shit's still going on. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to the news like that. The only time when I really watch the news, with my, when they in there watching the shit, trying to get up on news, get up on the latest updates and shit like that. And I'm trying to tell them, man, like, them shits could be distractions, man. Them shits could be. And if you sit up there, sitting in front of the news all day, getting your information from them, it's like you putting yourself in grounds to get further more control. Like you already believe in everything they got to say about a pandemic, and it's crazy because right, my pops told me a couple of times. He said he done probably had COVID about like 3-4 times, right? He said he done shook that bitch off. It's crazy because everybody done fought me and try to make it seem like I'm not doing nothing wrong because I don't wear masks and make it seem like it's something wrong with me because I don't want to get the vaccine, right? But certain people that say they didn't have COVID seem like they was able to easily shake it. Like, okay, they went through what they went through, but now they feel good. Like, they feel back better. They didn't die. They didn't feel like they was gonna die, And that's what I've been trying to tell people for the longest. Like, these shits that they've been trying to get us to believe in. Like, it's not as serious as they make. It's everything is made for you to be in fear. Like, we already said that numerous times. Everything is made to keep you in fear, keep you at a low vibration, right? Once they get you in a low vibration, then you're easily susceptible to be controlled, because once they get you here, once they be able to control your mind, MK Ultra mind control, they control your whole reality. They control what you believe in, right? Like religion is made for you to go outside yourself, and you would never look within yourself for to be great for your own damn self. You know what I'm saying? People rather look up to people than to look up to yourself. You could be just as great if you put all the energy that you put towards everybody else towards yourself. Right? Who cares if if you're not as cool as you think you are, or you don't have the status and stuff like that shit. Who knows? You might come into some status if you just be your fucking self, because you would never know who you are until you be yourself. Can't nobody tell you about you, and that's what blows me. It be like people think they know you better than you know yourself. Like, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. People would try to be you. It's crazy. But it's crazy because it just seemed like just a couple of years ago, motherfuckers was scared to leave the house. And now it don't even seem like, well, to me, it never really seemed like you needed anything, no mask or no vaccine. But now more than ever, it seemed like you never really needed it. Like, for real, like the weather about to start getting, and it's crazy because if it's starting to get back warm again, I know I heard something about it said something about heat kills the virus or some shit. Like, I don't know. And not to bring that shit back up again, but it's just crazy how, like, you know, they just going from one crisis to another. First it was the pandemic, now it's the war. Now everybody talking about World War III, and it's just crazy. It's a lot of shit that they pushing down your throat to keep you at this low vibration, you know, to get you more focused on them. They don't want you to focus on yourself, because if you focus on yourself, you won't need them. Like, all these motherfucking presidents and these world leaders, man, all of them are irrelevant. They can't help you in no way, shape, or form. Like, and people like, oh, you crazy. Yeah, I'm glad, shit. At least I think outside the box. Shit, I walk around. I've been walking around for the past couple of years, right? Been minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Never had the thought of doing any harm to nobody. So I already know all that needing. And I heard something about defunding the police too. And they were like, oh, so what if they defund the police? Then what if somebody break into you? Then who you gonna call them? I already don't call them. And they don't even got nothing to do with. I mean, I know people led by the street caller, they want to be considered snitches and stuff like that. It don't even got nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with that. These motherfuckers out here serving and protecting on stolen property, and they don't even know that shit. Like I dead ass wanna go up to an officer and ask him if he know he's serving and protecting on stolen property. Like, that shit is. This shit is way deeper than we think. But of course, in the history lessons in school, they ain't gonna tell us that. But man, there just be a lot of shit that I be thinking about, man. But this was just a little something I just had to get off my chest, because I don't know if I ever came on here talking about if the weather was manipulated. But me, in my heart, I do feel like it is, because it's like I said, that right there was just some weird shit. Like, and it just happened like a couple of days ago. It was literally like 70, like 77 degrees, and it almost touched 80 when I'm at. And then the very next day, it dropped back down to like 20 degrees. And I remember my grandfather, he was like, he even said it too, and that's actually what triggered the thought. He was like, man, he was just damn near 80 degrees. Just how the fuck did it just drop all the way down to 30? It's cold as a motherfucker. I'm like, and I'm thinking, man, I've been trying to tell y'all, man, that somebody manipulating. Like, I be trying to throw hints and all that, man. But, you know, they don't be trying to. I be trying to at least get them to think like you really think that that's happening on its own? Wow, come on now. But like I said, majority of the heat, it come from the sun. So when it be hot outside, it be the sun providing the heat, energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay in the sun. I need to stay up with my energy, because you know, there be motherfuckers out here that'll try to, you know, steal your shit. So, but like, you know, I'm not as, like, you know, in the show as I used to be though. Cause you know, I used to like stay to myself, like literally stay to myself. But now I'm kind of like, you know, more open, cause you know, the energy needs to circulate. You know, cause it ain't like I can't get it back. You know, I just come right back out here in the sun, or just get in the nature. You know, but man, it'd be like a whole bunch of other shit that I want to talk about. But I'll probably put those type videos on my other channel, man. I got like 2 channels. I got a gaming channel, I got this channel, and I might start talking about shit like semen retention too, like, you know. And I made a couple of videos on here about it too, but I might have to, you know, split up the subjects and shit like that. But I don't know, who knows. But anyways, man, and I hope y'all stay up, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Stay focused, man. You know. Just keep working on whatever it is you're trying to work on, man. Escape the matrix. That's the best thing for us right now, man. Escaping the matrix. Man, shit. I've been learning a whole bunch of shit without school. Shit. I don't need that bit. But yeah, man, I'm gonna do a little bit, you know. Like I say, we learn new things every day, man. So, you know, I be coming on here come on here and talk about this shit that I, that I think about, or have that I'm curious about, whatever stuff like that, man. But y'all stay blessed, man. I'll be back with another video probably later on the day or something. I don't know, who knows. Shit, and I'm out though.